Okay, welcome back to week question mark of the West Marches. We're going into hour number 3. We're traveling from Virascali to the Chayminster Ruins. So it's actually been 2 days since our last traveling roll. Do you want to just spend those two traveling actions to find food for everybody, Kellen?
Yep.
Okay, so.
This is some serious value travel here.
Yeah.
Value town,
right.
baby. Woo!
So the next day, that's interesting. Let's find out what happened as a result of that number.
Nothing. Zero. Zip.
Yeah, you're walking through the forest.
Over in the forest.
Riding. Yeah. You're deep
Okay.
in the woods, and
Good.
you think you're fairly close to Chayminster, and you see that part of the road that you're on has been washed away, and that there's actually a full river rushing from the mountains towards the lake to the north. It's just a gully that's cut this stream probably, or that's cut this road in two. That's probably 15 feet across. What do you want to do?
One more time, just so I have the good idea in my head.
Yeah, so there's a river that has come rushing down from the mountains, and it's washed away a portion of the road. So now there's this like probably 6 foot deep of water that's rushing, and like really, if you tried to step into it, you would just get carried away. Yeah, and the road is washed out.
Can we ford the river?
It's moving so quickly that I don't think you would be able to ford it, honestly.
I mean, we couldn't really, right?
Right.
Well, I just find the best way around.
Okay.
I think, yeah, just the best, safest way around. I mean, even if we have to travel like a little ways out of our way.
Sure.
Now that we're in the forest, I can't get lost.
Hey, great. Give me a survival test.
Except by magical means.
Do you have advantage
Not to
on
give you any ideas?
Yeah. Do you have advantage on survival checks in the forest?
Let's see here.
I think that's only for like tracking things.
I don't. An intelligence proficiency bonus is doubled.
Okay.
If you're using a skill that you're proficient in, yes. So this will be plus 2 more, whatever I roll.
Nice.
Did you say it was a 15-foot gap, basically?
Yeah.
So that's a 19 total.
Yes. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So if Kellen, you just like turn your horse to the side and go off road through the forest, it takes you some time. It takes you about an hour, but as you go along this this gully, it's been carved through the forest by this river. You find a place where it washed out the bank from underneath a tree, and a large old oak tree has fallen down and is fairly easy for you all to cross. Your horses take some convincing, and it costs you some time, but overall, you manage to make good time, make your way back onto the road, and continue for the evening. That evening, when it comes time for resting for the night, you're just at the edge of the forest, breaking out into the plains. The hills that are the plains that you're entering to are fairly hilly. You still can't see Chayminster, but by the amount of time you've been traveling, it feels like you're very close.
Okay. And as we're traveling along through the forest and stuff, I'm looking at I'm looking for trees that would produce a lot of sap for the
Yeah. I think you guys have been tapping trees as you go along, trying to get sap that this root baby will eat. And yeah, it definitely, like, you tap into a couple trees and rub the sticky sap on a cloth that you have, and try to stick it in this root child's mouth, and it immediately starts sucking at the cloth.
I just thought of that I don't know, it's a Simpsons episode when one of the kids was being born. He's like, Homer, oh great, here it comes, another mouth. Fucking root baby.
Yep, absolutely.
Can we?
How
right.
big is this root baby? Like, is it like, am I holding it like this? Like it's like a big baby for me, or is it still quite small, even in my arms?
On you, it's probably pretty big. It's probably the size of a small cat.
That's like half
was
the size
small.
of me.
Yeah, you're carrying it. It's like a big
I'm like
bundle
this?
for you. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Root
Is
baby.
the So it's the road that's flooded. It's not like
You've
river,
gotten past the road that's flooded. But yes, there was a flood, like basically a flash flood cut across the road, and it carved a gully, and there was water rushing through it from the rains recently.
I was gonna ask if we could not just go back and jump over it with our horses, but
Well, I mean, it's 3 hours behind you now, so not a whole lot of reason to go back.
wow, that was like
You
a minute
probably
ago.
could have tried to jump it with your horses, but if you hadn't made it, it would have been pretty unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the hardest jump for a horse, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the next day. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's not good. That doesn't sound good.
Oh, interesting.
You roll.
Okay. The next day is uneventful. And you make good time, and by the end of the day, you're starting to see on the horizon to your southwest, as you follow this road, you start seeing all of these ruined and rubbled structures just on the edge of the horizon. And you also see a glow in the horizon as the sun starts setting that indicates to you that there are fires burning in that direction that signify civilization.
See, got us there safe and sound. Or well, almost there at least.
Very, very close to there, safe and sound so far. The night passes uneventfully, and the next day, you enter into Chayminster Ruins. So let's see. I need to move.
We hear.
Yeah, the Chayminster Ruins theme plays. You're coming along the road, right? Okay, good. Here we go. So let's see. You enter Chayminster Ruins at about noon, and you can see that the road becomes better traveled, and you're seeing ahead of you, probably an hour's worth of travel ahead, a large cluster of ruined buildings. It looks like there was once a large and prosperous city in this region that has fallen to ruin, but all of the stonework remains. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't like these sounds.
Okay. Hold, please.
Oh, he's opened up a book.
Yes.
He's opened up a book, guys.
So,
Not
how are your days going? Everyone
What?
good?
Yeah. I got a root
Yeah.
baby. I don't
Okay.
think it's pooped yet.
No, it's not
Sure,
pooping.
root babies poop.
It's very concerning. So let's see.
That's very concerning.
That's normal for a plant.
Hey. It's probably like oozing sap from its pores, and that's the only sort of sign of metabolism that you see. But it does mean that occasionally you pull it away from yourself, and your entire chest is just like sticky with sap.
You mean stomas?
Stomas.
Yeah.
What?
Stomas are basically like a tree pore.
Really?
They're little slits, little lines in the bark where extra like where the sap leaks out of. Yeah.
That's amazing. I
Baby
did not know that.
secretions.
Baby secretions.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's see. Donald Bartholomew, Frecky, yes, good. Okay. Kiska. Hush.
What
Oh,
are
wow,
party
look at
members in grave danger?
Your party is in some small amount of danger. What's going on here? Oh my gosh.
Suspense is really bad.
Don't worry, it's just small danger.
I'm trying to move things, and it's entirely failing to let me move them. Strange. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Kiska. I'm playing a game. Shush. Come sit on my lap if you really want to. Okay. Good, and then... Oh my gosh. So the thing is, I live in a one-bedroom apartment, and there's no way for me to put her into another part of the house where she won't meow. So this is what happens. Okay, let's see. Kellen, give me a perception test.
Okie dokie.
Okay, 5. Great. Okay.
Are we still in the forest?
No, you're out in the plains. You're out in the Chayminster ruins now.
Motherfucker.
Yep, totally. Okay, so everybody roll initiative. Oh wait, so I'm going to have to drag you over here, and then you'll be able to.
Is there a reason you're not a fan of the planes?
Now you can grab your character tokens and then roll for initiative.
No, it's in the forest. I get bonuses because it's my my chosen terrain.
Is that a rat lord or the rat lord?
They are rat lords.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Bardrick with a 13, Kellen with the 19, Donald with a 4. Nice. And Frecky with 5. Excellent. Okay.
Wow.
So, yep. Bring up that tracker. Okay, that's a That's that. Oh wow, these rat lords are sucking it up. 18. That's much better. And then,
Wow, 3 rat lords. Are they big rats?
they are very large rats, cat-sized rats.
Cat-sized rats?
Mm-hmm.
That's not too bad.
I'm not sure Shannon shares that that evaluation.
That means
Your
it's
baby
a rat
is the
half
same
the
size
size
as
of
that.
me. Yeah, it's the same. It's half of me as a rat.
Yep,
Great.
it is. All right, great. So let's see. Kellen, Bardrick, Frecky, and Donald, each of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, I'm good.
Uh-oh.
Yep, Kellen's good. Frecky's good. Donald's good. Okay, Bardrick, you're surprised as a series of cat-sized rats come leaping out of the brush and running towards you.
No.
Kellen, you see these creatures all around you on the plains, churning through the grasses and running in your direction. What do you do? You're up on a horse, by the way.
I'm up on a horse now. As far as like mounted combat goes,
Yeah.
how comfortable do I feel like firing arrows from a horse?
You're fine firing arrows from a horse. There's no problem with it.
Okay.
If the horse gets attacked, then it might run. You didn't buy war horses. You bought riding horses, so they're not trained for combat or anything. But a successful animal handling check can keep it calm. So.
Okay. So let me. I think I'm zoomed in too far because I need to see the entire scene here.
Is the swarm of rats like a ball of rats?
Yeah, there's like a horde of rats that takes up. It takes up like 5 feet by 5 feet square on the ground. Just a churning, boiling mass of small-sized rats.
Okay, I would like to do a nature check to see like what's the best way to either to deal with them, to dispatch them, or to disperse them, or to scare them, or whatever.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Okay.
18 is pretty good. Let's see.
Kellen, how fast do those rats move?
So the swarms of rats, they're immune or they're resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And they're immune to being charmed, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, knocked prone, restrained, or stunned. And that's what you know.
Fuck.
We're all on horseback, so can we just outrun them?
Probably, yeah. If you just like gallop, you'll break free of them fairly easily.
Okay. Well, I tell everybody to follow me, and okay, Steven, I'll just tell you what my plan is.
Yeah.
What I want to do is get a safe distance enough away from these rats.
Yeah.
To have like a like at least a couple of maybe a minute to discuss what we want to do.
Okay.
Before they catch up to us.
Yeah.
All right. So I just say,
can,
follow me.
And then you just gallop off 120 feet away.
Yep. Just.
Very nice. Okay, let's see. Who's this one? Yeah. So Kellen and Bardrick, you are both far, far away.
We are piecing the fuck out.
Yep. So you all are like way down here, basically.
Wow.
Good.
So I know if I run away that
Might
they
not
won't.
have been the best idea.
I know that if I run away, they won't get an attack of opportunity on me.
They're not next to you right now,
Okay.
so yes. So Donald Bartholomew, this rat lord here, he comes charging in your direction. 2, 3. Yeah. And then he tries to climb the horse. He tries to leap on the horse and climb up on it. Let's see. Yeah.
I shout after them. You didn't have to go that fast.
Oh no, he totally fails.
Initiative.
He clambers and scratches at the horse's back foot, and the horse sort of kicks its leg and knocks it off, and then it leaps at the horse, baring its teeth and hissing. Let's see.
Just bought that shit.
For a 15, which, let's see, for a war horse, that is a hit, yes. And this is your horse, right, Donald? What's your horse's name? Did you decide yet?
Well, at this point, it seems not good form to get attached to it. I'd never named him.
All right, so start tracking your horse's hit points. It's down to 14 from 19.
Ouch. Okay.
Let's see. This swarm of rats, it 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it slithers across the ground over in the direction of Frecky. So Frecky, it also tries to swarm up onto your horse. It's doing this with advantage because there's so many of them. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, totally. So this swarm of rats starts swarming up and clambering up the sides of your horse, Steven. Steven starts screaming and whinnying, and he bucks and flails about. Can you make an acrobatics or athletics test, whichever one is better for you, to see if you can hold on?
So you said they're resistant to being frozen?
Sorry?
They're
What did I say?
resistant to being frozen? Like they can't be frozen?
No, frozen is not something. So they're immune to being charmed, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, prone, restrained, or stunned.
Okay.
Okay, so the rats swarm up onto your horse, and then they attack you. So a 15, I think, hits you. Yes, it does. Is there anything you want to do as a result of being hit, Kaitlyn?
Oh yeah, so I'd love to cast is that
Hellish
Arm?
Rebuke?
No. Yeah, Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, Steven,
Yeah.
would I if I'm because I'm not going to ditch like that. I'm not going to ditch them.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, how far would I get before I realize that they are not right on my ass?
So this is all happening almost simultaneously, right? You're acting in turn order, which is why it feels like you're way ahead. But like, you know, if they don't move next time, then probably you turn around and see that they're behind you. But they're
Right,
going to
and
get the chance to move. So yeah.
Right, and I was just wondering if I moved like did I move because I've moved 120 feet? You said.
Yeah, that's your full
Okay.
movement.
That's what I was saying. Like, would I move the half? Would I be able to move the half distance and then like look behind me, and then like since they're not like rear around or not?
If you're asking about your turn that you just had, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have moved because it wouldn't have been their turn. So you could move 60 feet, turn around and look at to see if they've moved, but because it's not their turn, you know they haven't moved. So
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the
We
rats
can't
attack
hold
you.
actions.
Do
They hit you. They deal
I
2d6. Yes, they do 3 piercing damage to you, Frecky. So
Oh,
reduce your
no.
hit points by 3.
Do I have any idea if all the rats are if they're HP stacks? How do I say this in a way that makes sense?
The swarm of rats is a single creature with hit points.
Okay, so when I react with Hellish Rebuke, I want to. I think, yeah, actually, because they're all my second spell slot, even my default one is a second spell slot. Okay, so I have the extra damage when I do it.
Cool. Go ahead and
But
cast.
I don't know if it. Let me check if it. Oh, it didn't go off.
No.
Don't know why it's not. Oh, here we go. There.
Oh dear. What did you roll? I just clicked a bookmark.
I did 0 damage. This doesn't. That's not right.
That doesn't make sense at all.
No, that's not how this works. Let me try
Yeah,
it
hang
again.
on.
This worked before. It's just no. I guess the
No.
attack.
No, you
Is
don't
my-
have the damage set up quite right. That's okay. What am I doing here?
But I have the damage
go.
dice in there.
Let's see.
Oh,
I'm
it's because
gonna-
it's a 0 instead of for a higher damage level. Instead of 1d. No, that still didn't do it.
Yeah, no. Hang on. I'm going to go look at your character sheet. So you are Frecky. This is character sheet, spells, Hellish Rebuke. Okay, so yeah, that's strange that it's not that. So you point your finger at the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. It must make a dexterity saving throw. So, okay, here's what it is. You have
Is
the
that
attack.
damage selected?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you have the attack damage selected. Then
Yeah, but I only want save.
damage.
The save is right, though.
Dexterity, casting. Yep, sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain why it is not giving you the correct information here. So let's do that. Your spell level is 2. Submit. There we go. 16 fire damage. That is really great. So yeah, flames explode around the creature, dealing 16 damage.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know why that wasn't working earlier. It wasn't
Are
set
you sure
up
that's
well.
all 3 dice, though?
Yes.
Because when I highlight over it.
Yeah,
I mean,
because it says 3 plus 3 plus that 10 at the end.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you've rolled 3d10. Okay, yeah. These rats just explode into flames, and many of them die. But the swarm is not dispersed quite yet. Now, of course, at this moment, your horse is rearing up and whinnying and panicking, and it actually throws you off onto the ground. Thump. Yeah.
I call out to Donald and I say, "Don't worry, Eric. We'll be fine."
You take 4 damage from that fall. Okay, cool. Bardrick, it's your turn. You're surprised. It's the second Rat Lord's turn. So the second Rat Lord runs at Donald Bartholomew. Again, tries to climb up on the horse. So let's see. Oops. Failing entirely. So that's all it does. Your horse, Donald, is kicking off these rats left and right. This second swarm of rats also runs to Donald. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it tries to climb up on your horse as well. Failing, again, as your horse is sort of stamping around. Your horse is starting to get pretty panicked, Donald. It's surrounded by all of these rats. It's no fun. Frecky, your horse goes bolting down the path. So, Kellen, you can see behind you that Frecky's horse is following you, but Frecky is not. Frecky, it's your turn to act. What are you going to do? There's a swarm of rats right next to you.
I yell out to Kellen to save Stephen. And I don't want to cast Scorching Ray if I can't get maximum value with it. And currently the best way to cast it has Eric in like range of the radius I want.
But it's not a radius thing. It's 3 rays.
Yeah.
So you're targeting enemies.
Oh, right. I was thinking
Yeah,
of something else.
so-
Okay.
Really, the optimal way to do that is to move away from the swarm of rats that are right next to you, because if you're engaged with them, then you have disadvantage on your attacks, and you don't want that. But you will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just cast Armor of Agathis.
Scorching Ray is a pretty strong option.
But couldn't I do that next turn?
Yeah.
I mean, so if I step away, you mean then they attack, then I Scorching Ray?
Right. Because they would get an attack of opportunity for you.
Well, that's more fun, so let's do that.
Okay, so hang on. Your Scorching Ray is not quite set up quite right. That 1d1000 in the damage dice field.
Oh,
Actually,
I fixed that. It's because it's like...
Yeah, there's something weird going on between like your character sheet and my character sheet. It's really weird. Okay,
Yeah.
that all looks correct to me. Okay, so go ahead and cast it. You can just roll it 3 times.
Alright, I want to see what's happening while I do it.
Okay. So a 12, a 20, and then your third Scorching Ray, a 13. Okay, so which of these creatures are you targeting and in what order?
I can't do it after the fact. That wouldn't make sense.
No. So who's getting Scorching Ray 1, 2, and 3?
Can I Scorching Ray the swarm of rats beside me?
Oh, did you want to move away first? Because you're doing this at disadvantage if you are close. It actually doesn't matter.
I'm fine.
All right, fine.
Guess. I'm just not going to attack those ones. I'm just attacking the ones around Eric.
It actually doesn't matter. As long as you're engaged in melee combat, you're taking disadvantage. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so you're attacking the 3 around Eric? Are you doing like 1 to the swarm,
just
2 to each rat lord?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just like one after another.
Okay, so you hit the swarm of rats and you deal 10 damage to them, scorching through a bunch of them. The far rat lord under the legs of the horse, you deal 8 fire damage to, and it dies. So it explodes in a burst of flame. And the rat lord on the other side only takes 5 damage and does not die, but it's severely wounded. You can see the scorch marks on its back. Good show, Frecky. Donald, your horse is starting to panic. What are you going to do?
Good going, Frecky, I shout as I urge the horse forward, away from the rats.
Okay, so you're just charging away?
Yes.
Okay, so... Nice. Terrible. Yeah, the rats just totally, they can't get any purchase on your horse, and you fly away from them. So you're actually way down by Kellen now.
I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to stop a ways off and then just dismount.
Okay. You can move
No,
a full
I'm
60
fine,
feet.
guys.
You can move this far with 1 movement with your horse. And then you can dismount.
I will not take the full 60. I'll go here, and then I'll dismount.
Cool.
I'll kind of try to calm the horse down so it doesn't flee.
Sure. Rat Lord number 3 moves up to Frecky. Oops. 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 There we go. And it attacks, leaping at you and biting with its gnashing teeth. 12 is a miss, so it does not hit you. All right, Kellen, it's your turn again. You turn around and see that Frecky has been knocked off of her horse, and she's back there with all these rats.
So I can
in there.
I can move 60 and then attack.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to do. I want to move 60 to probably where Donald is.
Okay.
And then I'll as I'm going that 60 feet, I tell Bardrick, prepare your bow.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Cool.
Steven, can I get my HP or is it too late now?
Your HP is 17.
But for killing the rat, I forgot one died.
Right, yeah, you get HP for that. How much do you gain? You can just add it to your hit point pool.
7.
7 hit points. Damn.
Yep. Charisma modifier and warlock level.
Nice.
Let's see here.
So there's one rat lord that's pretty heavily injured. There's one rat lord next to Frecky that's uninjured, and there are 2 swarms of rats. Both of them have been injured, though the one close to Frecky is more seriously injured.
I just gotta look up something real quick.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Go. I just had to make sure that one of these spells was a bonus action. Okay, so let's see. There's a rat lord right up front. Does it look? I mean, and there's a rat lord that's right next to Frecky.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to aim for that rat lord, the one that's right next to Frecky. That guy there.
Yep.
And I'm going to. Oh shit! One other thing. Yes, that is a bonus action as well. Perfect. Okay. Okay, cool. I am going to mark. Yes, Hunter's Mark, the Rat Lord.
Okay, cool.
So I grab out the arrow, like as I'm writing, like knock it up on Arinadya, whisper my spell. Throw the mark on the Rat Lord, and now until the spell ends. So as a bonus action, I mark it, and then I do extra damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and oh shit! Also, I gotta check the range.
Okay.
Oh, we're good. Oh, we're way good. Okay. So I mark it, throw the mark on it, and then whip out an arrow and knock it up. Let me just cast this real quick.
Nice.
And let me get my weapon out and throw it.
Okay. 18, 8 damage. Yes. You've already got that +2 calculated. Okay, so, and then roll 1d6.
2 more.
Minus 10 damage, so you just, like, send an arrow straight through this creature head to tail. It splits along the back, exploding in death. Yeah. Wow. Dead. Okay.
Nice.
And I just look back as the creature, like, falls dead. Top that, little man!
Nice. So let's see, this Rat Lord that's like half health down here, it goes running over to Frecky and leaps at you.
I gnash my teeth at it.
Frecky, let's see, which swarm of rats? This swarm of rats swarms over you, and it attacks you. So, yes, good. Oh, wow, critically hitting you. Okay, so that's...
Does it get frozen first, though?
Did you cast Armor of Agathis?
Yeah. Oh, no, you...
No, you cast Scorching Ray, and you cast Hellish Rebuke. Yeah.
That's right. He made you.
I did make you not do that.
I have a second Hellish Rebuke.
Do you?
Yeah. Do I have a...
No, you don't, because Hellish Rebuke costs a spell slot, and so does Scorching Ray, so you're out of spells.
My free Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, yeah, you've got your free Hellish Rebuke, right. Yeah, okay, cool. So anyway, they hit you, and they deal you 14 damage. Now, your reaction actually resolves before the damage that you take, so if you want to cast your free Hellish Rebuke, you can.
I choose to do this.
Okay, go ahead and cast it up. You're casting it as a 2nd level spell. And you get this because you're a tiefling.
Yeah. I start wildly gnashing my teeth at it while I do this.
Whoa.
Wow, that's weird. Okay, dexterity saving throw, so roll. It fails entirely. It takes 20 damage and explodes into flames, dying.
I gnash my teeth at the sky while its bits go all over the place.
Yep. So the rats just kind of like explode into different directions, and the few surviving ones run off. But this wave of rats swarmed over you and bit you to pieces before that happened, dealing you 14 damage. So you're down to 3 hit points, quite seriously wounded.
No, I'm not.
No?
I had my free 7.
Oh yeah, no, you gain 7, so +7. So you're at 10 hit points. Cool, Bardrick, your turn.
All right, well, I'm nowhere near being able to heal her, unfortunately. So, but I am close enough to cast Cloud of Daggers. So that shit's gonna happen.
Okay.
What's the range on your healing?
It's I have to be touched. It's
touch. Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully she uses her potion because I can't really get to her and help her. So I don't know. It's like a square. So can you help me with the square?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot square.
Cool.
Are you where are you putting it?
I'm gonna put it. Well, I can't. I can only get the 2 of them. Really, I can't like get more than that. So swarm of rats.
You can only get one. Either this swarm of rats right here or this rat lord right here.
Oh, I thought. Square. Oh, right, because this one's dead. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Swarm of rats is fine.
Okay, cool. You drop a cloud of daggers on the swarm.
They're probably pretty. Yeah. So I heard I'm snap out of my surprise because that sucked. So I see Kellen mock me.
Mm-hmm.
Dick.
I'm encouraging you. That wasn't mocking.
So I'm like, excuse my charisma, got Frelka's ale with a spritzer. Swagger down pat, all my raps are the shit, son. Vera Scully militia, and I'm the commissioner. Don't start with me, cause my rap's gonna finish ya. And then all these like daggers start layering down on them. Yeah, on the
nice.
Single
okay, yeah, you evoke a cloud of daggers that spins into creation over top of this swarm of rats. When its turn starts, it will take 4d4 slashing damage. So its turn starts. Would you roll 4d4, please?
One sec. Roll 4d4. And I don't get to add anything to that, right? I don't think so. Not bad.
Very nice. Oh, Kaitlyn.
And by the way, that lasts for a minute, up to a minute.
I was just gonna ask if I get them back again.
So the hit points that you're gaining are not hit points; they're temporary hit points. And the way temporary hit points work is that they don't stack. So you only get the maximum value. So you have 7 temporary hit points.
So do I have them back again?
So wait a minute. So yeah, what would have happened is you took the damage. So you've got 10 hit points and 7 temporary hit points. Okay, cool. That's the ruling. Okay, they take 13 damage from the cloud of daggers, taking serious. 17? Yeah. Well, you have 10 hit points and then 7 temporary hit points on top.
Yeah.
Okay, so the swarm of rats takes devastating damage from this, but then it runs up and it swarms over Frecky. So. Missing. Frecky, it's your turn. You're like surrounded by this seething swarm of rats.
Well, I don't have any more spell slots, so...
It's true.
There goes my burning hands. There... Okay, there's the swarm of rats. There, thank you. There's a swarm of rats.
Yeah,
and there's
it's right in the same
lord.
Space that you're at. Yeah, and then the rat lord is right next to you.
And I can't cast Eldritch Blast on either of them.
Well, you don't have... Oh, no, that's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, you can cast Eldritch Blast on either of them, but you're in melee combat, so you're taking disadvantage on that attack roll.
Okay. I mean, I don't need to use a potion. Sure, I'll just kill them all. I let go.
Okay, Eldritch Blast, 13 for 13 force damage. Very nice. I think your damage there isn't quite right. Right. You've got your +4. So remove that from the damage equation because usually you don't add stats to damage for spells. So all you actually did was 9 damage. Still a very serious amount. Of damage.
From my.
Oh, of course, because you've got Agonizing Blast. Never mind. Oh man, character sheets. Goodness. Good. Who are you targeting?
I'm targeting the swarm of rats that's on me. I'm like on my back right now. And
yeah.
I'm embracing them and attacking them.
Very nice. So this explosive blast of force cuts through. Yeah. Cuts through the last couple of surviving rats, and they all disperse, and the threat is gone from them.
Yes, nicely done.
They're gone, and Donald Bartholomew, it's your turn. There's a rat lord left alive.
Very dignified, like. I pull out my short bow, and I just calmly notch an arrow and shoot it off at the rat lord.
Okay. 15, 9 piercing damage. You nail him through the back, skewering him to the ground in death. He dies. GG.
Since we're right next to each other, I look over at Donald. I put on my hand like.
I
Just gonna
run
leave
up
him
to
hanging.
Frecky. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh, right, right.
He
Okay.
just totally leaves you hanging.
Yep, totally left hanging. Frecky, are you okay?
I reach my
Actually,
arm up.
first of all, I look around for Frecky's horse. Did it just
Yeah,
bolt
as
down?
it got down the road, it calmed down. So it's probably like 200, 300 feet away, sort of munching on some grass.
Okay.
Well, at least you haven't lost it.
I'm gonna cruise on up to Frecky.
Frecky, are you cool? You need any you want some rest?Maybe we should rest.
I stay on the ground and I like extend my hand outwards so that they pick me up.
I dismount, and I look at Frecky. If you'll allow me.
I retract my claws.
Okay, I just touch her on the shoulder and do the cure light wounds. I think it is.
Nice.
Just cure wounds, first level. Yeah.
Yeah, cure wounds.
Okay.
Do you help me up?
4 hit points.
While you're doing the healing, I'm actually extending my hand, and I'll make a snark remark of, nice of you to come back after running away. Kellen.
Well, I assumed that you could all stay mounted on your horses. I mean, I assumed wrong, of course, but I thought that you could all stay on your horses. I will know that next time.
I look at both of them and I smile and I say fools, and then I go off to get my horse.
Nice.
I think we upset the cat, woman, man, demon thing.
Well, you didn't upset just her. You also upset me. How dare you take off without us?
I thought
be
for sure
fair-
you'd be right. I didn't take off. I thought for sure you'd be right behind us.
I mean, these rats
Because you
didn't
saw-
really
you
look
s-
like they were fast.
You saw how easily dispatched they were once we reached a safe distance. Because I know you have a bow. I know Bardrick does, and I know Frecky has spells that can traverse great distances. So I thought that was the tactical advantage. And I apologize if
let me impart upon you a little bit of wisdom. Together we are stronger, and if we leave one behind, then that person could die. These are dangerous lands, after all.
Noted.
I yell back at them and I say, "You're lucky I'm so powerful." And I cackle even louder. In fact,
Nice.
I use one of my cantrips to make it echo and boom everywhere in my cackling.
Excellent. It rolls across the plains.
I like pull on Kellen's shirt a little bit, like from behind him, because we're on the. Or are you back on the horse? Let's just say you're back on the horse. So she scares me a little.
I think that's what she wants. It's okay.
Don't ever leave me alone with it, okay? She gave me eyes, and I don't know what it means.
Listen, it is not a nice thing to say, because when people didn't know if you were a boy or a girl, did you appreciate being called it? Would you? Maybe you should ask her what she likes, or he or she likes to be called.
She seemed to like he, she, demon, cat thing.
Okay, then do that.
Okay.
All right. So you've made it into Chayminster. You know that in the northwest of the ruins is the Scrivener's Tower in the human settlement of Pariator. And down in the central ruins is the Chayminster Hold, which is inhabited by the dwarves. So what's your objective now? It's about halfway through this day. It's about noon that you've arrived here in Chayminster.
Quick question. I'm sorry, Steven.
Yeah.
On Cure Wounds, it says 1d8 points plus 1 per caster level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And does that just mean my entire level or my spellcasting level?
It should be per your entire level.
So level 4. Okay. So you need to heal 2 more points because it wasn't calculated in there properly. It's 1d8 plus 2. It should be 1d8 plus 4. So 2 more points for Frecky.
Okay. So let's see. I've actually got Frecky open over here. So plus 2 is up to 16. Not bad.
Okay.
On the whole, Frecky's not doing too terrible. Okay, so what's the plan? What are you guys going to do? Kellen, you're the one leading this party, right?
Right. What time of day is it?
Noon.
These scriveners, do you think they will be the friendly sort?
Is anyone ever in my experience, no one has been all the way nice unless you're in town.
Been.
What's that?
Hextia a little bit, but also she's fucking weird, so
yeah. I'm honestly not sure. I just say until they give us reason not to, we just be on our best behavior. And maybe we'll let you and let Donald and Bardrick do the speaking for us, since they seem to be the most eloquent.
Perhaps we should talk to the dwarves first, as they might know some things about those tower people, those tower folk.
And they would also be a good source to suss out where we can find a diamond.
I like that idea.
All right. So to the dwarfs.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, sure. Right. So roll 1d100 4 times, Kellen.
Wouldn't it be funner if you rolled 1d4 100 times?
Wow.
1d4 100 times.
It's a good mix.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
I rolled a 97 and a 1 in there.
We're in for some exciting times.
Something, yeah.
Let's see. Okay. As you're riding up the road, you see just ahead of you another set of rats. And they're sort of boiling and bubbling in the center of the road. Another pair of swarms of rats and another 3 rat lords. They're sort of cavorting and squeaking at each other. What do you do?
You know, I think we should visit the tower first. Kind of pull my horse back and turn up the other way.
Okay. Are the others of you on board with that decision?
I mean, we made quick work of the other ones, but
Sure.
I'm good with whatever. I'm not steering this massive horse, so.
Well, okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Becky, when will you be able to unleash your devastating spells yet again?
And actually, warlocks can get everything back from a really short rest, right?
Yes, which takes an hour.
Yeah.
Well, let's say we recuperate for an hour a little bit further away, and then we can push on.
Now,
Or rather, Frecky can push on.
explain the. I'm sorry. Explain the setup of the rats one more time. They're directly in our way to wherever we're going.
Yeah, they're in the road sort of cavorting and dancing around and squeaking at
How
each other.
many? We saw.
There's 2 rat swarms and
2.
3 rat lords.
Right.
Same size group as before.
I mean, I'm cool with taking them on. I say we just rest.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
So you're going to turn back and get a safe distance, rest for an hour, and then continue? Okay.
How often can you 2 heal me? Are you able to replenish your magic as quickly as I am?
I mean,
No, but I have other means.
I've got heals. As long as I can get to you and touch you.
Does my HP replenish?
Not on a short rest. Well, actually, on a short rest, you can spend hit dice to recover your hit points. So, yes, you can do that.
I'll try.
Okay. There should
And
be
my
a
horse-
spot on your character sheet where you can roll hit dice.
Can my horse spend a hit die to heal?
No. Your horse is not a player character.
Okay.
Okay,
9.
so you gain 9 hit points, which is pretty good. So you've spent 1 hit dice, so just, mark that down, that you spent 1.
Yeah.
You should be at 2.
So, I was at 14. This matches up with your...
Yeah, you're at 14, and then plus 9, it puts you
Yeah,
to
so now I'm
20.
at 20. Yeah.
Perfect. So you're very close to max.
I for one think that Gallant here should be able to spend a hit die, but
Gallant?
Gallant. After he gallantly dispatched all of those rats.
I love it.
It was a big help.
I'm only 1 HP away from full, and I'm sure 1 HP has never mattered ever before, so...
It's true. It's a very minimal amount of HP to ever matter.
You know, Frecky, if the worst should come to you, know that I will use my apple juice on you.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay, so you guys are going to head back towards the Dwarven Hold? Chainminster Hold?
Yep.
Or are you going to try to find the tower?
No, the Chainminster Hold is to see if, I mean, if the rats are in our way, we can keep a safe distance from them and fire, you know, like if we keep like 100 feet from them, we can fire and they'll like, as they're coming or whatever, if they start running away, we can like chase them and
totally. Okay,
just
so
a
it's
bunch
about
of ranged
2 p.m.
combat.
It's about 2 p.m. now that you've spent some time traveling and then resting. So, Kellen, give me roll 1d100 4 times. Okay. Yeah, so night falls after about, you've got the full traveling day until night falls. And you make it to the gates of Chainminster Hold. And they stretch up above you. It's a very large stone wall that rings Chainminster Hold. You know that by this point, you see clearly that you're walking through the ruins of a city along a main thoroughfare.
So you're saying the rats are gone then?
Yeah. As you headed down the road, they were gone. You waited an hour, so it's not.
Okay.
It would not make a whole lot of sense for them to still be waiting there for you. Yes. So you're outside the front gates, and you hear a voice from up above call down to you. Halt! Who goes there?
Hey, we're friends. We're friendly. We're good.
Aye? How can we be sure? Maybe you're just illusions sent to tempt us.
Who would send you illusions?
We have many enemies.
Here, I'll prove it to you.
We're
I
not.
I have my horse waddle up next to Kellen's, and I give Bardrick a nice shove off the horse.
Hey!
So yeah, Bardrick, you tumble onto the ground.
Ow!
What are you trying to get out of this, Donald?
As you can see, she is flesh and blood.
I see. Yes. The dwarf.
A crude way to prove it. Jeez.
The dwarf up above squints and narrows his eyes and says, aye, flesh and blood you may be, but still enemies may be. How do we know we can trust ye?
How do we know we can trust you?
You're the one approaching our gates, aren't you? What do you want?
We heard that you are wonderful people who deal in trade, and we're looking to potentially trade with you guys.
Yes, aye, we do trade at that, aye. What are you looking for? You can see like the beady eyes of this dwarf poking up. He's got long, sort of dank, wet hair streaming down his face, plastered to his head.
Well, we've heard great stories of your fine craftsmanship and amazing skills in the art of
all right,
jewelry.
Get to it. Enough of the flattery.
Diamonds.
We want a diamond.
We want diamond. We just want to trade for a diamond.
Diamonds are expensive, young lass. Do you have the coin for it?
That's why we brought this. I jingle a big bag of coins.
Yeah, his eyes grow wide. Gold. Hold. And he disappears.
While he disappears, I kind of extend a handout to Bardrick. I'm sorry, but the dwarves, they respect rough play.
I'm
the
not
gate
sure
opens.
if I heard that one. And I like scramble up and I'm like clambering onto Kellen's leg. Help me up! Help me up!
I grab him.
Trust me,
Yeah.
I'm well traveled. I know of these things.
The gate opens and a rotund dwarf comes out. He's wearing a bright red doublet over a set of chainmail. He's carrying a big mace at his side, and he closes the gate behind him and he locks it with a big iron key that he then hangs on his belt. He turns around and he says, "I'm Bodrick Postlethwaite, and I'm the gatekeeper here of the Chayminster Hold. And you want to purchase a diamond, eh? And you've got gold to pay for it?"
Yeah. Hey, Bodrick. That's a great name. I'm Bardrick Bardison. I'm sure you've heard of me. I'm super famous and stuff, so.
Oh no, Bardrick. That sounds like a stupid name. Well, it's nice to meet you, lassie. If only you were as noble as the great clan of the Postlethwaites, with a noble name like Bodrick instead of Bardrick. Putting that extra R in there, it's gauche.
Yeah. It's real gauche. Donald, deal with it.
So, yes, we have the money. Do you have the gem?
I can get you one, lad, for a small finder's fee.
And how much is that finder's fee?
It's a mere pittance, 50 gold pieces.
Throw in some information about those scriveners in the tower and you have yourself a deal.
Aye. Very well. We have a deal. He spits in his hand and holds it out to you.
Shake
How much
the
will
man's
the
hand,
diamond
Bardrick.
cost?
Who's shaking his hand? Is it Bardrick or is it Donald?
I made the statement. Shake the man's hand, Bardrick.
Nice. Yeah. He holds back his hand. He says, you have to spit in it first.
I work up a real good loogie.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. He says, maybe you're not so bad as we thought. He reaches out, shakes his hand. It's like, it like drips out of both of your hands. It's gross. He turns around and he says, "Hold here. I'll go back into the hold and see what kind of deal we can broker. About how much were you looking to spend?"
We're looking for a diamond worth about 1,000 gold.
Aye. That shouldn't be no problem. Hold here. I'll be back shortly. He takes out his big key ring, unlocks the gate, goes inside. You can hear the sound of the lock snapping shut again when he's back inside. And then you hear his feet walking away. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll find out what Mr. Bodrick has to say about the Scrivener's Tower and whether or not he is actually able to deliver on his promise of a diamond. So 5 minutes, we'll be right back.